Hey, this is Nicolosi, and in this video, I'm going to describe how you can add feedback loop to this phaser preset. Okay, here we have Logic Pro session with an electric piano loop that are randomly selected from Logic Pro's loop library. And let's hear what this sounds like. And this is what it sounds like with our phaser on. Now, reason I selected this phaser preset is because it is the same preset that I created in Mela Tutorial that I released about 7 months ago, which describes how you can create a phaser in Mela from scratch using all pass filters. And in that video, I mentioned that most phaser effects have feedback loops, but we can do it at the time because Mela didn't support feedback loops. But as of Mela 6.1, we have a feedback module which lets us do just that. So to understand how this preset works, please check out that video tutorial. It has all the details, and there is also a brief description right in the preset. But I will briefly describe how it works. So both lanes have the same input and output, and the top lane is our dry signal, and the bottom lane is our wet signal. And top lane contains modulators out of convenience, and it also adjusts the level of the dry signal. The bottom lane does all the processing because we have all these all-pass filters, and that's the core part of the phaser effect. And this LFO modulates the cutoff frequency of these LFOs. So one thing that's worth mentioning is this mix macro module, which adjusts dry and wet signals. You'll notice when it's 0, the dry level is at 100%, and when it mixes at 100%, dry level is at 50%, mixed with wet signal at 50%. And this is what creates the phaser effect. You still need part of the dry signal to be blended with the signal that went through all pass filters. Okay, now we need to add feedback to our wet signal. Okay, so at first we'll insert another signal router module, audio out, and we'll send it to bus 1, and here we'll insert feedback module, and it receives it will receive audio from bus 1. Okay, and we also need a level module, and this will let us control the amount of feedback. So if I set it to 0, no signal will go to bus 1, and therefore there will be no feedback. Another thing I recommend is you insert a module like Clipper to control feedback. You want to make sure feedback doesn't get out of control, and to tame it, a clipper is one way of doing it. I'll insert a soft clipper. It will saturate sound a little. Also, you can note that because wet level is set to 50%, the maximum feedback that maximum feedback that we can set here will still be at -6 dB. So we don't actually need a clipper here, but I recommend it anyway. You can add a little drive here and to warm up the sound. Also, well, let's hear what this sounds like. Let's hear our effect now that we have it, and listen to it as I increase the level parameter, introducing feedback. right now we have positive feedback, and you may want to have negative feedback. And that's easy to do. All we have to do is invert polarity of the signal. And we can do that with a phase inverter module. To keep things interesting, you can invert the polarity of only one channel. And you can even duplicate this and insert one of them in between all pass filters. What you can also do is you can insert anything you want in the feedback path. For example, let's insert a ring mod, and let's hear what this sounds like. So there's too much bass, so why not insert a high pass filter to remove some of that low end in the feedback. And I'll insert a VA filter, select high pass. Okay, that's all for now. Hopefully you found this useful. We added a feedback loop to our phaser, and you can get creative. You can add anything you want in your feedback loop. Just be careful because it's feedback and things can get out of hand. So have a clipper or a way to control a level. Thanks for watching. If you have questions or feedback, leave a comment below. See you next time.